Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Chabad and Friends, episode number 3. Today's topic is Rabbi Moshe Wolfson's Emes, his truth. And this happened in 1971, 1972, one of those years. And I heard this from one of the people that it happened to. And here we see again how Rabbi Wolfson, who was the mashgiach, the spiritual counselor and mentor at the special holy yeshiva Torah V'das, had a relationship with Chabad and was able to allow his best students to transfer to the Lubavitch Yeshiva Tatoim Tmimim, what's known as 770 Eastern Parkway, the headquarters of the Chabad movement with the main yeshiva is at. And he was not only fine with it, but he embraced it. But a little background about Rabbi Wolfson, Rabbi Moshe Wolfson. You know, for years, there is a Yutes Kislev, which is the day in which the Balatanya of Shneur Zalman was liberated from jail, and it's considered in the Chabad world Chag HaChagim, the holiday of all holidays. In other words, as far as spiritual holidays are concerned, this is the crown of the Chabad Lubavitch movement of Chassidus Chabad Chassidus. And in Borough Park, they have a yearly Malava Malka, either the Shabbos before or the Shabbos after Yutas Kislev. And they always have Rabbi Wolfson Shlita, Zol Zayin Gesund, may he be well, Yarich Yomim Al Mamlachtoi, may his reign of his kingship with his Talmidim and Chassidim continue. They always have him as a guest speaker, and he gives a wonderful, inspirational, Torah-filled, Chassidus-filled drasha, sermon. And I've attended it several times, and it's really fascinating. And between 1,000 to 2,000 people come, the hall is filled, and Rabbi Moshe Wolfson is a main draw for the larger Borough Park community. Rabbi Wolfson would always say he has 3 Rebbes, 3 Hasidic Rebbes that he follows. The Satmar Rav, Rabbi Yoel Teitelbaum, who passed on in 1979. The Skverer Rebbe, Zol Zayin Gesund, who lives in New Square. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe. These 3 were his Rebbes. And he would visit them and he would learn their Torah. And in particular, his relationship with Chabad and with the Rebbe is palpable and very much felt when he speaks at that Yutes Kislev event. You see that it's not just someone who was a good speaker, who was an inspirational speaker, he has what to say, he has a name, is coming to the event to honor the event. You see that he is the event. He wants to be there. Yutes Kislev is his Yutes Kislev. It's not Chabad's Yutes Kislev, and he happens to be an adjunct to the Yutes Kislev. No, this is his Yutes Kislev. So as we bring together and we talk about Rabbi Wolfson, we have to understand what type of person we're talking about. And this same person is the mashgiach, was the mashgiach for Torah V'das, the yeshiva, for many, many, many years. He would give a weekly Tanya shir, which today is not only recorded, but it's come out in book form, his lectures on Tanya. Reb Shraga Feivel Mendelovich, the one who put Torah Vadas on the map together with Rabbi Benjamin Wilhelm, Reb Shraga Feibel Mendelovich himself gave a Tanya shir. He also gave a Kuzari shir, Chayvus Alavavos, and other such svarim. But Tanya was a main teaching of his to inspire the students to bring more Yiras Shamayim, fear of God, into his students. Rabbi Wolfson studied in Torah Vadas from the early 40s and was a Talmud Muvak, was a prodigy student of Reb Shraga Feibel Mendelovich. I had the opportunity to interview Rabbi Moshe Wolfson about Reb Shraga Feibel Mendelovich, and I could see that just as Yutes Kislev is his, Reb Shraga Feibel Mendelovich is his. And this Moshe Wolfson in 1971, 72, had two students, Rabbi Herschel Lustig, at that time Herschel Lustig, and Elimelech Melech Silberberg. Today, Rabbi Silberberg is a Rav in Southfield, Michigan. He has a wonderful kehila. He's a great Talmud Chacham, a posek, and a very honorable person. Rabbi Herschel Lustig was the principal of the known Chabad Yeshiva Oli Torah on Eastern Parkway, and he was mechanech. He educated thousands of students for the last 40 years. So both are venerable Yidden and Hasidim. They studied most of their life in Torah Vadas in the 60s. Both of them had connections to Chabad. Rabbi Lustig grew up in Crown Heights. Rabbi Silberberg grew up in the Bronx and was close to the Oldtime family. Rabbi Mordechai Oldtime Zalor Zayin Gesund had a yeshiva there, and his children, Rabbi Avram and Rabbi Label, had to do with Rabbi Silberberg. So there was a familiarity. Anyway, they were studying in the 60s in Torah Vadas. Some of the people that gave shiurim in Torah Vadas and Tanya, in addition to Rabbi, the official shir, there was an unofficial shir that a Lubavitcher Bacher would come from 770 once a week and give a shir. This is still happening today, and it was ongoing for many, many years. Was Rabbi Beryl Levin, the librarian of Chabad, and also the Rosh Hashiva, Reb Zalman Lapikovsky. So there were very big Talmidei Chachamim who inspired Lustig, Rabbi Lustig, and Silberberg. Anyway, to the point where they wanted to leave. They wanted to transfer. Although they felt very special about Torah Das, they wanted to go learn the Torah Chitmimim and the Rebbe Rashab's yeshiva. They wanted to have the opportunity to learn Hasidus in a deep way, and be, most importantly, in the Dalet Amos, the 4 cubits of the Rebbe, to be there day and night and inculcate it and take it in and just become one with the Rebbe and Hasidus and Hasidim. So they told Rabbi Wolfson, and he said, fine, I understand. Although you're going to be a big loss for the yeshiva, because at the time they were older students and they were guiding and mentoring younger students, but if this is what you want, fine. However, I want to write to the Rebbe. So Rabbi Wolfson wrote a letter to the Rebbe, and he writes in the letter, and this is after they, Rabbi Lustig and Silberberg, already got a bracha from the Rebbe to transfer. He wrote to the Rebbe and he said, I am convinced that when a Rebbe says something, it's like words coming out of the Navi, the prophet. I have the letter, I have a copy of the letter with Rabbi Wolfson's handwriting saying that. And what we learn from this is the importance of identifying with a tzaddik, and the importance of understanding that when a student leaves one yeshiva, in this case it was leaving Torah Vodaas for Lubavitch, but it can be other situations with other yeshivas. A person like Rabbi Wolfson wasn't upset, wasn't angry. He understood that they came to a point in their life where this will enhance their Yiddishkeit and Frumkeit and Torah learning, and it was healthy for them. And this is why I say this is Rabbi Moshe Wolfson's Emes. You have to be an Emes Yid. You have to be a very truthful Jew to put aside and allow your best students who are helpful to what you're doing and what the yeshiva is all about, to educate younger students. And they, Rabbi Lustig and Silverberg, were doing that, to let them go. May Hashem help that we all experience this honesty in our lives, and we kind of let go, even if it's something that we, at first glance, we would say, no, I'd rather have you here, but understand that people have journeys, and sometimes the journey is one that requires, it dictates a separation, but it's a separation for the good. And both Rabbi Lustig and Rabbi Silverberg, in my interviewing them and talking with them, are so respectful of Yeshiva Torah Vodaas, of Rabbi Wolfson, because they both told me, they were raised in this yeshiva. They were raised with Rabbi Wolfson and other Rosh Yeshivas, and this is part of them. You can't remove it from them. As much as they became Lubavitch Chassidim and Shluchim and really embraced the Rebbe and Lubavitch and Chassidim and all that, nevertheless, it's complementary, not contradictory to everything that they experienced in Torah Vodaas. Everyone should be well, seid gesund. For more information, comments, questions, email me at info@rabbidalfin.com. For a list of my works and books, you can go to www.jewishinfo.org. Seid gesund, be well. Mashiach now.